Hey guys, this is going to be part two. It's going to go over installing bottom bracket, checking the derailleur hanger, and bolting on the derailleurs. Um, I'm warning from doing the videos that I need to speed things up a little bit. I talk too much, but I have 2 or 3 more of these videos, and I'm going to constantly be improving this. And I really want your guys' feedback. Please comment on these videos. Help me out. I'd really appreciate it. And if you guys like them, don't forget to do all the YouTube stuff. But yeah, it's just letting you know what's going on in this video. Is going to start a little awkward because I was going to make one video and I'm splitting it up. So just to let you know. Enjoy. So as I was looking for my headset caps, which I don't have a good option, we're using the homegrown one because that's at least we're keeping it there. But I did come across this, which I'm not really sure where this came from. Now, that fits a 5mm cable pretty good. And it almost fits in here. I think I could sand this and get it to fit in there. And then that's less gap. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'll be back. I'm just going to take a little bit off this until it fits in there. Okay, so what I'm doing is I chuck this up in the drill. I got this size to fit right. And then I took all the ionization off. I basically just did that. And then took a piece of sandpaper. And then cleaned it up. So then we come back over here. This guy will now fit in there. And that's your cable stop for the rear brake. So kind of a nice little elegant solution. A lot better than that thing that was going to be an inch long sticking out there. So I'm pretty happy that that came across that. But in the future, I think I'll just take like a 4mm bolt and put it in the vise, drill the head out, then drill a hole through it, and then that would work if I needed to do this again. So yeah, I'm happy about that. Uh, so let's move on to the next step. So this is the next thing I want to do. I got purple chainring bolts. These are in pretty good shape. They're clean, pretty clean and everything already. UN72 bottom bracket. That was a score. These are good bottom brackets. They're XT level from back in the day. That one's still got, I don't think this one's ever been out of the bike. So clean it up and we'll put it in the frame. These are one of my favorite bottom brackets. They just seem to last forever. That's the beauty of square taper. This stuff like never wore out, it seems like. This is so there's little stuff in the cups when I put them together for the first time. That's still on there. I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to wipe out the bottom bracket now. It should be pretty clean. This is another thing that I wish I had the facing tool. This is another thing that I'm wanting that I'll look for and purchase. I miss having all that stuff. When I had my shop, I had it all, but it went with the shop when I sold it. I'm going to use park grease on this. I think it's a little thicker than the fill wood. I think it stays in place better. So I'm just going to, just this stuff. I'm just going to work it into all those threads. I live in Texas, so I don't need the water, and I don't ride in wet conditions. So I don't need all the waterproofing you guys need in different areas. I guess I should measure this bottom bracket. I just assumed being a mountain bike it'd be a 73, and I think that was pretty standard to do when this bike was made. I know the Schwinn would have been a 73. Yeah, it's a 73. So mountain bikes or bicycles, it's common to have a 68 or a 73 bottom bracket. Usually the 68s are the road stuff, and then 73 are the mountain, but that's not always the case. There's never always the case in the bicycle world. Um, there are way too many bottom brackets, way too many front derailleurs. Well, I guess now they're kind of doing away with all the front derailleurs. Nothing's standardized in bikes, really. It's really just the knowledge, knowing what goes together. I put a little grease on the center of the cup in case water does get down in there. The center part of the bottom brackets will get a little bit of rust on them. Make sure you don't cross through the bottom bracket. Should go in like butter. I'm going to put a little grease on the inside of the cup and on the outside. Try to keep it quiet. I like quiet bikes. Quiet bikes and flowing single speed are kind of my favorite thing. Okay, now I got both cups started. I'll get this one in all the way. There are torque specs to this, but these just need to be tight. So I always tighten the drive one down first because it's got the flange on it. I get it there. Get it nice and tight. And get this cup to go in. There's a Park makes a bottom bracket tool that a ratchet could go on. I much prefer that one. This is not as easy as that one. The other one's like a socket. I need to order one. So how many guys and girls had a bike like this back in the 90s when these were on the trails big time. This was a very popular bike. The 970 was the higher end one of this one. This one would have probably been like an STX level equipped bike when it came, but I mean, you got a good frame set out of it. I mean, made in the USA, and it's double butted chrome Holly, and it's true temper ox. So I mean, It's got all the things. Everybody overlooks these frames, but they were made pretty nice back then. I mean, it was a nice steel frame. And everybody wants steel now, and like Surly's, they're just 4130. I mean, this is a higher end steel than the Surly. I mean, I like Surly's. They're very versatile bikes, but kind of neat bikes. I've had a couple. I have a couple. I have a Salsa, and I've had a couple of different Salsas. I like them a little bit better. And I've had Somas. I like Somas better than Surly's. I think they use better tubing. But yeah. Good and tight. And then this is the best thing about these old square tapers. Oh, it's like butter. Like melted butter. I'm a fan of the old school. So let's talk about that a little bit. So I do have some modern bikes. We're going to switch chainring bolts out as we talk. I do have modern bikes, but I like the old bikes. There's nothing wrong with them. The most fun I've had on bikes in life was on this style of bike. These are Shimano chainring bolts. I definitely don't want to lose these. I might have to use the backers. These look like they're a little big on this. But yeah, in the late 90s when I was doing my racing and I was traveling as much as I could on a college budget, I was on bikes like this. And I rode stuff that I probably wouldn't ride today. Oops. What is going on here? Huh. Let me loosen all these up. So 1x12. I have a bike with 1x12. I like it. It's the bike I take when I travel. But I still like riding these old bikes. Nope, they'll work. Cool. So I could keep the Shimano set together. These bikes will do everything. The new bikes are more capable. I won't deny that. They make riding easier. What is going on here? Got something weird going on. So that's got to go all the way down there before it stops. Let's see if this is going to work. Huh. I'm going to have to use the backing of the Shimanos, but I think the front chainring bolts will work. Now I got it stuck, and these don't have any grooves in them. Just the one that I put in doesn't. All the other ones do. Ugh, what a pain in the butt. I'm doing this for color. The Shimano ones are definitely higher quality. There you go. Yeah, that's weird. I'll show you what I mean. So this one is smooth on the back. They're supposed to have these two little flats. And those two little flats, so this wrench can go in there and grab it. So you could tighten or loosen it. But this one doesn't have it for some reason. It's kind of weird. But also, there are difference in heights. So we're going to use the Shimano on the back side. There we go. Tightened up now. Okay. I'll get these in there. You've seen how they're done, and I'll be back. Got some bling. Oh, I like it. I like fancy looking bolts and stuff. All right. I wish I had purple chainring bolts. Or not chainring bolts, crank bolts. But I don't. So this goes in here. I don't put grease on the taper. I also don't wipe it dry. But I guess what I do is when I grease the bottom bracket, I wipe the excess out, and then I let it be on the threads there, or not the threads, on the taper. Got a little bit of smooge on that. Let's see if we could get off before we put it on. It'll be easier now. Just dry grease. Oh, that's better. Oh, this is going to be great. All right. I think I'm going to have to get some purple chainring bolt or crank nuts. I think this bike needs it. All right. So smooth, this old stuff. All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to put the front derailleur on. It's an XT. Oh, I guess I should have made sure. Okay, top pool. So there's top pool, bottom pool, 3 different clamp sizes, and there's direct mounts, E-types that go around the bottom bracket. There's too many different bottom brackets. But yeah, this still has the little, so when these are brand new, there's a little sticker that's here, and it helps line up the derailleur for the first time. The goo is still on here from that. That homegrown was like 98, I think it was. Yeah, 98, because the decals weren't clear coated over. Alright, so we're going to put this on here. But you know what? I think we need to add bling. This bike's about adding bling. This is something you could have done in 90s walking into a bike shop. You could have just got accessories. So we got a purple bolt. So we'll take that bolt out. Oop, that's the wrong size bolt. I got more. That one fits. Awesome. All right. So let me bring you down here. It's going to be hard for me not to get in the way, but I'll do my best. So when you're lining up a front derailleur, you want it to be straight with the chain rings. And then you want this so when it swings, it just barely clears. See how it kind of goes up? But it's clearing the rings. So that's a pretty good spot for it. And I need to get where you guys are. I'm going to move you to this side. So now what I'm doing is I'm just eyeing down it. So yeah, where I looked, it looked like it was good, but it definitely wasn't. We're going to go right there as the initial. And it should be pretty close. So, yeah. I think that's good. Now, we're going to bolt the rear derailleur on. And this. You know what we should do first? We should check the derailleur hanger. So what we need to do is we're going to throw, let me take the tire off real quick. Okay, so this is something that I tried to get my guys to do on every repair because they'll spend all day trying to get something adjusted right when the derailleur is not straight. There's a lot of options on these derailleur tools now, and they're pretty simple, so I don't think you necessarily need to go out and buy the park. This one's probably pretty expensive, as most park stuff is. Man, I got the drops! But basically, you tighten this up, and then this wheel, that's pretty true. But to take the trueness out, you can also just go to the valve hole. So now what you do is you slide this up. And this derailleur hanger should be pretty good because I was running it no problem. But I actually think it might. Yeah, so the distance is good there. A little tight there, not too much. So now what you do is you just bend it a little bit. And you just make sure. Yep, so we're good. So that just means the derailleur is in line with the wheel and everything. So it's a good thing to check. If that's not right, you could spend all day chasing a shifting problem down that was simply a bent derailleur hanger. So it's well worth the minute it takes to do that. Make sure you're not wasting your time. Man, this bike's gonna be so cool. Big old wax ball. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit. I'll be back. Alright, so this is gonna be the end of part 2. I'm not sure yet how many parts there will be. I've, like I said in the beginning, I kind of move a little slow. I need to speed that up for these videos, but I'm learning, and we'll get this done. Don't forget to do all the good YouTube stuff like, comment, subscribe, share, uh, feedback. I need feedback. I really want to make this. I enjoy making videos, and uh, I just want to hear what you guys think of them and what I need to do, what you guys want to see, all that good stuff. So thanks as always for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one.